and welcome to another episode of SOO The Milwaukee Road. Today I'm going to give you a brief overview on the railroad itself and what I've updated, as well as I'll give you a tip at the end on how to find some of those pesky missing parts. So as we step up here, we'll take a look. The first thing I've added has been the fascia. What that is 1x4 that I've ran through the planer, and I've brought it down to half its thickness. And the reason for doing so is to be able to have the flexibility in the board on that end of the railroad, where you can see that it goes out and it cuts over and goes up. And the reason I've also chosen the 1x4 is I want the width as far as mass to hide what's underneath. In addition to my operators at this point, they're going to be seated. They're going to be in office chairs, and when they roll from left to right, I found myself grabbing onto the railroad itself to pull myself left and right. And if I'm doing it, I guarantee you that my operators will as well. So what I'm going to do here is allow them to grab onto something. I'm going to sand this stuff down. I'm going to paint it with an epoxy. And this epoxy is fantastic. If you haven't used it, give it a try. It works great. It's very durable. And to prove that I'm a fan, I've got it in black. They also have it in cream or an almond color. And it's just super durable. You can wipe it down, so any handprints, fingerprints, smudges, whatever it might be, it's very, very durable, much like, as they show here, a refrigerator. So consider that as a product that you might want to use for anything that you're doing that you need a durable surface, is to resort to an epoxy. So that's something that I'm going to take this stuff off after I've sanded it down and bring it out and get it painted. So that's the first edition. The second edition has been these lights from underneath. This is just a test to see if I like the lighting from above, which I may use on the next decks proceeding forward. Now here you can see a hot spot. It gets dark or cold, then a hot spot. And the reason that is this is just an incandescent tungsten light. These are LEDs that are lighting these portions here. I'm just kind of trying it out to see what I like. I can see hot spots here. I get more even lit with the LED, but it's a little bit colder. So it's something I'm addressing. If you see underneath, what they are is they're under cabinet lights. And they had them on sale or on discount at our local hardware store. And I figured, why not pick them up, give them a whirl. If they work, I'll get some more. If they don't, I won't. But that's what I've updated on the railroad itself. Give you a cutaway look of that fascia. Obviously, I said I took a 1x4, planed it down to half its thickness. I have a 1x2 right behind it. That's what I've mounted it into. I've got 3/8 inch ply with 1/2 inch homosote over the top, and that's how I've assembled the railroad itself thus far, obviously minus the clamps. We're going to step over and take a look at a tip that will help you find small pieces that you may have lost.
Would you look at the tip on that? Tip, tip, tip.
Nice tips.
No, that's a tip.
Yeah, it's just a tip. Holy tips!
Tip, 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 tip. I didn't see that tip coming.
All right, here's a tip for you. If you've lost anything that you've dropped either while working on an item and you can't seem to find it, two of my best friends, it's tape and it's also a paint roller. And I take these two, and obviously in combination will create a nice pick-me-up, if you will. All right, it's pretty straightforward. You can see exactly where we're going with this one. But it works great to be able to locate missing pieces at a fairly rapid rate. And what I do is I just pull this out, and you give it a wrap around. And if you really want to get wild, you can obviously wrap it a few times, but you don't need to do the whole thing unless you're really desperate to find something. So roll it on, tear this off. And obviously you go about your way. Roll the area, see what we get here. Looks good. And now obviously you can see we've got ourselves some debris. Now I keep my area fairly clean. I can find most pieces. As I roll here, right there, I got a piece of a beacon that had dropped. A silver beacon on a gray floor isn't the easiest to find. But with this little handy tip, hopefully you're able to find a few items that you may have lost along the way. And if you don't want to do the inexpensive version here, you can always use yourself a lint roller from Pets, but pull it off and toss it in the garbage. So thank you very much, and hope you enjoy the tips as well as the episodes. Take care.